KF5 ADE radio test out.
KF5 ADE, KE8VZA here, Nickelodeon. That sounds much better. Nice and clear. No more of the bacon fry coming through.
Very good, sir. Thank you very much. We went ahead and repositioned the mobile antenna to the duct down in the basement here. Sandy usually sets this up. She knows where the sweet spot is. So I was just guessing and took a couple stabs at it and finally got found a good spot. So I'll have to remember where it's at now. With that, I'll put back out and wait until the show gets ready to roll. KF5 AD. Thank you, sir.
All right there, Nickelodeon. Mark that spot with an X. That one's a good one. KE8VZA. I'm listening if anybody wants to get checked in. I got you on the log there, Nickelodeon. This is KE8VZA here. I'll be your pre-net control operator show here at 9:30 Eastern on this repeater. And I got net logger open And if you'd like to join along, purely optional. Makes the net more interesting, I think, anyway. So if you'd like to get on the log, let's see how much time we have here. We have about 40 seconds until, as Chuck down in Florida says, the hot chick comes on and kicks off the pre-show. So I think we should just stand by for a minute longer, or excuse me, 25 seconds longer, let her kick off the net, and then we'll take some more check-ins after that. KE8VZA.
W8WKY.
KE8VZA here. I guess our announcer has maybe taken a night off. I did not hear her. Anyway, QST. This is Kilo Echo 8, Victor Zulu Alpha. 8VZA. My personal is Eric. Echo Romeo India Charlie. And I'm your pre-net net control operator tonight for the BeaconNet pre-show. This is a controlled pre-net. I ask that all traffic come through net control, yours truly. And we are on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio. 147 Mark 390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. You can also connect to us via Allstar 48496 is the node number. Echolink, I'm not sure they got that back up and running. There was a problem with it. You can give it a whirl if you want. W8WKY-R, but I have not heard that it's back up yet, but it might be. Anyway, at this point, any urgent or emergency traffic, you can break in at any time. We'll take a quick break for any urgent or emergency traffic. Please call now. KE8VZA returning. The BeaconNet meets here every Sunday and Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern with 9:30. And the Doylestown repeater is with the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association. The repeater site is in Doylestown, as I mentioned, which is a little west of Akron and a little south of Cleveland. So there you have it. Anyway, let's go ahead and check in with our net control team and see who's here and who's sticking around and who's not and how we're sounding. And after that, we'll take some more check-ins. So first up, let's go up to Nick at Nite, KE8QKO, who will be our net control operator at the top of the hour. How you doing there, Nick at Nite?
KE8QKO. Hello, Eric. Hello, everybody on the net. I'm doing fine, sir. I'm doing fine. Just standing by for the start of the net. With that, I'll pass it back to you, KE8QKO.
All right there, Nick. You're sounding good on this end, and we will hear you at the top of the hour. We'll clear with KE8QKO. Let's go down and see if Dustin's around. KD8EPC, Dustin, are you out there? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight? If he's going to be here at all. Anyway, let's go down and talk to Just Nick, KD8SLG. How you doing tonight, Just Nick? I hear I just missed you again, just like Poda, at the Warren Ham Fest. But it was a good time. Got to see some people there. And how you doing tonight? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
KDSLG, good evening, Eric and all the Beacon netizens. Sorry I missed you, man. Yeah, Ron and I got there dark and early this morning, and a couple hours in that heat is more than enough. My foot, yeah, well, we were there. Sorry I missed you again. That's too bad. I've got a club net this week. Wednesday I'll be doing the boredom breaker net Wednesday afternoon, so try to swing by there and say hi. That's what I know. I'll be around. As always. KD8SLG back to net control.
All right there, Just Nick. Yeah, I didn't roll into the Warren Hamfest till, I don't know, 10:40, I think, roughly, 10:40, 10:45. And I had to have one of those chili cheese dogs, man. Those were good. Anyway, yeah, sorry I missed you. And, yeah, I'll have to set a reminder for the Boredom Breaker Net Tuesday. And we'll see how the big W goes, if I can crawl under the desk and make a contact there, make a check-in. Anyway, we'll clear with KD8SLG. I have it on good authority that Dustin is out there. KD8EPC, how you doing tonight, Dustin? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
VZA and the BeaconNet pre-show. Let me make sure you can hear me this time, Eric. Can you hear me? This is KD8EPC. Back to you.
Yes, Dustin. Very good copy, full quieting. Go ahead.
All right, thanks so much there, Eric. Just wanted to come in here, say hello to everybody. There's been a shot over my bow, so I am officially at war. And so there you go. That's my story. That's all I've got for you. I'm not going to stick around, and for anybody listening, you can put that in your pipe and smoke it. With that, this is KD8EPC, back to Net Control 73.
All right, Dustin. Okay. Well, batten down the hatches, don't fire until you see the white of their eyes, and all that good stuff. Anyway, good to hear you tonight, and we'll check you in and out, and look forward to talking to you down the coax. We'll clear with KD8EPC 73, Dustin. Let's go down and see if Josh is out there. W8HRF. Got to see Josh at the Warren Ham Fest today. How you doing, Josh? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
KE8VZA, W8HRF, good evening, Eric, and all the Beacon netizens. Man, I was going to be in and out, but I kind of I'm going to stick around. I'm going to stick around tonight. You heard it here first, so looking forward to it. Man, I had to say, I wondered if Nick and Nite was around when that, we had the Props and Pistons air show going on down at Akron Fulton Airport, and we didn't really see too much of it, but there was a C-17 Globemaster that took off later this evening, and it shook the house when it did, so it was awesome. So I was wondering if Nick and Nite's home. I'll have to ask him later tonight. So anyways, KE8VZA, W8HRF, I'll be sticking around.
All right there, Josh. I have not had a C-17 fly over my house. I don't know that I want to experience that. Anyway, very cool plane, though, for sure. Good to hear you. Was good to see you tonight. Got you on the log here. And we'll clear with W8HRF. Let's go down and see if Lucy's around. KE8YUK. How you doing tonight, Lucy? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
KE8VZA, KE8YUK. Howdy, everybody. I'm probably going to be in and out. If I'm still around, I'll tell Josh to mention it when it's his turn, but otherwise, I'm probably going to wind down and actually get some sleep. Will has zero schedule at night, so I feel exhausted all the time, and I would like to be able to function tomorrow. So, we'll see how it goes, but for now, I'll be in and out. Have a good net, everybody. KE8YUK. Back to KE8VZA. 73's God bless everybody.
All right, very good, Lucy, and good to hear you tonight, and got you on the log in and out. Yeah, elbow Josh there if you want to do a recheck right after him, and when we come around the horn. Anyway, thanks, Lucy, 7-3, and we'll clear with KE8YUK. Let's go down to Alan, KI5DAY. How you doing tonight, Alan? Did you and Larry have a good weekend so far? And how you doing?
W8WKY.
KI5DAY. Yeah, I had a good weekend, not too bad. I'll have to leave Larry out of the conversation. It's above my pay grade, but yeah, he's all right. Let's see, what else? Man, just had a fun weekend, pretty busy, doing a lot of different things, and enjoyed a lot of it. It's never long enough, but that's all right. Still got the rest of tonight, and I don't have to be at work till tomorrow afternoon, so that's good. But anyways, I'll be here, and I've got the alt trivia ready to go. KI5DAY, back to Nick.
All right, Alan, very good, and good to hear you tonight. And I guess maybe we'll hear more about Larry later. Anyway, we'll clear with KI5DAY. That brings me to the bottom of the notorious Mickey Mouse roll call. And so let's go ahead and take some more check-ins. First, let me read off who I have. I have KF8G Brian, N8YMY John, K5CFY Ray, WB4AIZ Chuck, who checked in and out, 7-3 Chuck, KC0LM Kelly, W3ETB Eddie, KF580E Nickelodeon, and I took the liberty of adding Miss Sandy there, KG5SYC, KI5TAQ Taco Tim, KE8QFT Fred, KB5EDB David, got you on the log in and out, 7-3, KA8MNT, also in and out tonight, Tom, 7-3. And N5KBD, Peter, got you on the log, in and out. There you have it. Okay, let's go ahead and take some check-ins. Please give me your call sign phonetically, alphabetically, with your name and location. I'm listening, KE8VZA.
Oh, Juliet 5, Kilo Lima Kilo, KJ5, KLK, Russell, and Claremore, Oklahoma.
Whiskey Alpha 8, Kilo Oscar Charlie, WA8, KOC, Fred, Akron.
Charlie 3, Quebec, November, Delta, KC3, QND, Jeannie, North Ridgeville. And Eric, I'm going to be in and out tonight. Just letting you know.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Echo Tango Uniform, KF8 ETU, Adam and New Franklin.
The AF5JB back in Tulsa, short time.
This is Kilo Juliet 5, Foxtrot Lima Lima, Brad in Waco, Texas. I will be in and out. J5, KJ5 FLL. Over.
I'm getting tired. But we just wanted to jump in and say hello and thank you for doing that. Benny, what you owe?
King Charles 8, Fox Queen Victor. I'll be here, but you can give me a call.
Kilo India 5, Papa Foxtrot Victor. Philip, and I'll for later.
Okay, let me pick it up there. All right, we got a bunch of stations there. We got KJ5, KLK, Russell, W88, KOC, Fred, KC3, QND, Jeannie, who is in and out. Good to hear you, Jeannie, 73. KF8, ETU, Adam, AF5, JB, Matt, short time. And let's see, KJ5, FLL, Brad, in and out, 73, Brad. N8YQL, Jack. I believe you were in and out, 73 Jack, KC8 FQV Mark, and KI5 Papa Foxtrot Victor Philip. That last call sign, KI5 PFV, did I get that right there, Philip? All right, we'll come back to him as we work the list. Let's go up and work the list. First, let's go to our short time station, AF5JB. Matt, how you doing tonight, Matt? And do you have a couple quick comments for the net before you go? Go ahead.
Hi, Dennis, and good evening to you and everybody else out there on the net. Well, certainly clear skies and very balmy, 91 degrees on the dashboard, so it's still pretty warm out there. Well, hot actually, but other than that, I've been all right. Had a good weekend. A small route Saturday morning. Got done with that, and got home and ate, showered, took a big old power nap, got back up and went to I did laundry, and then I went to Dave Buster's playing Pac-Man Battle Royale. I went to Hard Rock, had a hamburger. Didn't win nothing, but still had a good time. And then went home and played game called Puzzle Bobble, and Outrun, and Miss Pac-Man, and then have a beer and watch TV for a little while, then I went on to bed. It's my Saturday night, and kind of take it easy. The whole day, getting ready for a whole new week. So the whole day went over again. So, but other than that, I've been all right. Just try to stay cool, and I'm still doing my thing. But other than that, you guys have a good evening. A good safe night out there. 73, good to hear you, and until next time. Alpha Foxtrot 5, Sweet Bobo, Matt, City Tulsa, Oklahoma. Back to take control. Until next time, thanks again.
Okay, Matt, good hearing from you tonight, and sounds like you had another good weekend and got yourself all set up for the beginning of the new week, and good luck with that, and 7-3 to you, and thanks for checking in. We'll clear with AF5JB. Okay, let's go to the top of the list here. KF8G Brian, how you doing since the last net a couple hours ago? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
W8WKY.
Yeah, I'll be here. What is it, KF5GAY? Turn your audio up a bit, dude. I couldn't hear you at all on the radio, and I've got a commercial radio, so bump your audio up a bit. Maybe that's why half the time I miss a question. Don't even realize anybody's talking. Oh, back to net. Yes, I will stick around. KFAT.
All right, Brian, very good. We'll clear with KFAG. Let's go down to John, N8YMY. How you doing tonight, John? And are you going to stick around for the main net tonight?
KF8, VZA. Good evening, Eric, N8YMY. I tell you what, I was going to, but I think I'm going to let you punch my ticket. We spent the weekend camping, and we spent the better part of yesterday and this morning swimming, and it was a hot one yesterday, so we're going to get a little sleep before we get up and try to catch the pre-net in the morning and warm up the repeater. So with that, I will say 7-3s. Have a great net tonight, and we'll catch you soon.
All right, very good, John. And sounds like you earned a good rest this weekend. Thanks for stopping by and checking in with us in 7-3. And thanks for being part of the repeater warm-up crew in the morning. Anyway, we'll clear with John, N8YMY, 7-3. And let's go down and see if Ray's here tonight. I haven't seen him in the blue screen. Maybe he popped in and out of there and I haven't been paying attention. K5CFY. Ray, are you out there? How you doing? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight? K5CFY, KE8VZA. You out there tonight, Ray? All right, maybe Ray had a really good weekend too. Anyway, we'll clear with K5CFY. Maybe he'll pop in a bit. Let's go down to KC0LRM, Kelly. How you doing tonight, Kelly? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
Oh, hey, thanks for getting in there on the blue screen. Yeah, I will be sticking around. I'm sitting there wondering why they're not giving the trivia question. We're still in pre-net, so that's all I got. Everybody have a good one, and I'll be here. Bye.
All right, Kelly. No worries. Trivia will be coming along very shortly. Got you on the log. We'll clear with KC0LRM. Let's go down and touch base with Eddie, W3ETB. How you doing, Eddie? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
Yeah, hi, Eric. Yeah, I'll be here. I'm going to stick around. Back to you.
All right, very good, Eddie. We'll clear with W3ETB. Let's go down and touch base with Nickelodeon, KF5ADE. Are you standing on that X there, Nick? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
This is KF5ADE, Nickelodeon. And yes, I am standing on the X, and we are working on for the big show tonight, and we are coming in off of the RF, which is rather unusual for us out of Cibolo, but we're up here in Ohio, so I guess I never have quite gotten a good handle on the /5, KF5ADE /8, I guess, because I'm in 8 land instead of operating out of 5 land to let everybody know that. So there you go. But yeah, we're looking forward to it. And Sandy's down south. She's about as far south as you can possibly get, next to the border. But she's not that far there. She'll probably say something to that if she's listening. So with that, I'll turn it back to Net Control. KF5AD Nickelodeon will be clear and wait for the show.
All right, Nickelodeon. Displaced 5 up in 8 land. All right, good to hear you via RF. We'll clear with KF5ADE. Let's see if Miss Sandy's out there. KG5SYC. Sandy, are you out there? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
This is KG5SYC, and yep, I'm here, and yep, going to stick around for the big show, and we've got foundation repair coming in tomorrow, starting tomorrow. So there you go. Expound on it later with the big show, I guess. This is KG5SYC. Back to you, Net Control.
Okay, Sandy, very good. Got you on the log here, sticking around, and good luck with those foundation repairs. Hope it goes well without too much of an interruption. And we'll clear with KG5SYC for now. Let's go down and see if Taco Tim's out there, KI5TAQ. How's it going, Tim? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
Well, good evening there. This is KI5TAQ, and yes, I'm sticking around. And, well, all I could say is what bunnies can be made around on the net, especially when you get Cornwall being involved. This is KI5TAQ.
All right, Tim, very good. Got you on the log. Yeah, with those Cornwaldo beans, you need to expect the unexpected. Anyway, we'll clear with KI5TAQ for now. Let's go down and talk to Fred, KE8QFT. How you doing, Fred? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
Well, doing fine. Got the air conditioner off. Got all the fans off in the house. Got window open. It's only 70 degrees here in North Medina. And I posted a joke in the blue screen. KE8QFT back to Net Control.
All right, Fred, I'll have to scroll up and find that joke in a little bit. But, yeah, we opened our windows here, too. It's amazing. The temperature dropped and the humidity dropped. That's an even bigger thing. So, yeah, I got some windows open, air in the house out, giving the air conditioning a break, as are you. Good to hear you tonight, Fred. We'll clear with KE8QFT for now. And let's see, let's go down to KJ5KLK, Russell, down in Claremore. How you doing tonight, Russell? And are you going to stick around for the main net?
Good afternoon, or evening, I should say. I'm doing pretty good down here in Claremore. I don't know what happened to Ray. He's usually on here, but anyway, doubtful that I'm going to stick around for the main net because I'm expecting a phone call from a family member, and so I'll probably have to turn that radio down, stay off here in a little bit. But anyway, just listening in and enjoying the pre-net. Back to you.
All right, Russell, very good. Well, hey, thanks for stopping in here, and keep on listening. You might enjoy the trivia questions later on, and if you want to jump in for a recheck when the opportunity presents itself, go ahead, 7-3, and good hearing from you. We'll clear with KJ5KLK. Let's go down to WA8KOC, Fred, part of the Barometer Net control team. How you doing tonight, Fred? And are you going to stick around for the main net, or are you just getting your parking validated?
KE8 VZA and the BeaconNet WA8KOC. Good evening, Eric. And good evening to everybody else in here enjoying the net with you. I think I'm just going to ask for validation this evening. And it's been a long weekend. And work tomorrow. And play it by ear for the rest of the week. But at least there's work tomorrow. So I want to get to bed early. You take good care of yourself. Enjoy the pre-net and the main net, and the trivia, and all the camaraderie. And I'll talk to you again real soon. 7-3 to you and everybody else. KE8BZA, WA8KOC.
W8WKY.
All right, very good, Fred. I got your parking validated for you there, and it's good to hear you tonight. Thanks for stopping by and checking in. And 7-3, yeah, I'm sure we'll talk to you at some point this coming week. We'll clear with WA8KOC, and let's go down to Adam, KF8ETU. That's Echo Tango Uniform, if I got it right, over in New Franklin. How you doing tonight? And are you going to stick around for the main net?
Yes, this is Adam. Good evening. I just recently got my ham on Thursday, and so I'm all new to this and trying to join in. I got a radiogram today, voicemail from a ham down in Coshocton, and got a radiogram all the way from Germany today. It's pretty exciting for my first experiences, and it's a busy weekend for me. We had a Boy Scout fundraiser on a hot day all day yesterday, so trying to recuperate and get ready for the work week. I'll probably stick around and listen for a little bit.
All right, very good, Adam. And I believe you said you just got your license, so congrats. And welcome aboard. Welcome to the Hamily, as it is. And a lot of people out there just ask questions as they come up, and I'm sure somebody will come up with a good answer for you. Or you might get a couple answers, because there's a lot of different choices for different things out there. But anyway, good to hear you tonight. Got you on the log here. And we'll clear with KF8ETU. And let's go down and talk to Northern Mark, KC8SQV. How you doing tonight, Mark? And are you going to stick around for the main net? KC8FQV, KE8BZA, you still out there, Mark?
Yes, I am. KCFQV. Let me know. Am I making it right now?
Yes, Mark, I can hear you. You're a little on the quiet side, but I can hear you very clearly. Yes. Are you going to stick around for the main net tonight?
All right, KCFQV. Yeah, we're going to stick around for the main net. I bumped the audio up a little bit. Yeah, yellow buses are starting to run again. So, you'll have to plan accordingly to get to where you want to go. Because, yep, they're out picking up them kids. So, yeah, I got a joke, too. You know, why don't chefs share their secrets? Because potatoes have eyes and corn have ears. So let's send it back to net, KCFQV.
All right, Mark. Potatoes have eyes and corn has ears. Very good. I like it. Anyway, I'm going to tell that one to my dad. He'll like it. That's definitely in the dad joke category, for sure. Thanks for sharing that. We got you on the log, Mark. Thanks for checking in. We'll clear with KC8FQV for now. And the next station, KI5PFV, that's Papa Foxtrot Victor, I believe, if I got that right, Philip, down in Texas. Are you sticking around for the main net tonight, or are you in and out?
KI5PFB. Yeah, I'm going to stick around, and I'm in Oklahoma right now on the Claremore repeater.
All right, Philip, very good. Got you on the log here, and hope you enjoy your time in Claremore there. So we'll clear with KI5TFV for now. That brings us to the end of the log for the pre-show. If you are still wanting to check in, once we get the net rolling here, Nick at Nite will take some more check-ins. And speaking of Nick at Nite, let's go up to KE8QKO. This is KE8VZA here. Are you ready to roll there, Nick? If you are, go ahead.
KE8VZA, KE8QKO. Fine business, Eric. Fine business on the pre-show, as always. Good evening, and welcome to the BeaconNet. My name is Nick. My call sign is KE8QKO, Kilo Echo 8 Quebec Kilo Oscar, and I will be net control for the evening. The BeaconNet meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL total of 114 Mark 8, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink W8WKY-R. This is a directed net, so all traffic must pass through net control. We are linked in with our friends in Oklahoma, the Fireside Network, and various other repeaters, and we ask that you key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit so we hear everything you've got to say. In memory of Larry the Rubber Chicken, he is no longer permitted to be played on the W8WKY repeater. I understand the noise is not permitted under FCC rules. I personally view complaints like this as sad and petty. This is not by any means the opinion of Sarah, only myself, KE8QKO. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. All right, had some key up and static, but I didn't hear any traffic. Any stations that have not already checked into the pre-show that would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo Echo 8, Zulu Romeo, KE8, ZZR, Harry and Wadsworth.
November 5, America, Quebec, Mexico, N5AQM. Mike and Chandler, Arizona, being in and out. Good evening, all.
This is Kilo Juliet 5, Charlie Lima Victor, KJ5 CLV, Bobby, Sand Springs, Oklahoma.
This is KF8ERZ. All right, I'll take it right there. I have K8ZZR. I have N5AQM. I have KJ5CLV, and I have KF8ERZ. I did not catch a person on that. It looks like it is Richie. Do we have anyone else wanting to check into the BeaconNet? Please call now.
Yeah, Kilo Alpha 8 Lima Yankee Juliet, KA8 LYJ, Bob in Barberton.
All right, I have KA8LYJ, and also I read the wrong column for KJ5CLV. That was Terry, so not Richie. I don't know why I read the column. Well, I know why I read the column wrong, but I did. Is there anyone else who would like to call into the BeaconNet? Please call now.
About KJ5 MNJ, Kilo Juliet 5, Mike November Juliet.
W8WKY.
All right, I've got KJ5MNJ. Anyone else who would like to call in or check into the BeaconNet, please call now. All right, nothing heard there. This is K8QKO and the W8WKY repeater 147 Mark 390, positive also with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. Let's go talk to our trivia masters. We're going to start with K8VZA. Eric, would you read the primary question, sir?
KE8QKO and the group KE8VZA here with main trivia. Okay, listen carefully. It's a little bit wordy. What is one check that British nuclear missile submarines use to determine whether the British government is still functioning? Choices are alpha, text messages sent every 4 hours, or Bravo, the Today Show is still being broadcast daily on BBC Radio 4. Charlie, the image of the front page of the London Times is sent via satellite. Or Delta, they view a live feed of London morning rush hour traffic. I'll take a break and read this one again. KE8VZA returning with main trivia. What is one check that British nuclear missile submarines use to determine whether the British government is still functioning? Choices are alpha, text messages sent every 4 hours. Bravo, the Today Show is still being broadcast daily on BBC Radio 4. Charlie, the image of the front page of the London Times is sent via satellite. Or Delta, they view a live feed of London morning rush hour traffic. I'll put this one in the blue screen, and please, when you answer your questions tonight, I beg you, please use phonetics. It's very hard to tell the difference between B, C, and D. Anyway, thank you, and KE8VZA back to net control.
All right, thank you very much for that trivia question, Eric, and I'll relay that once we're done here and we start going through our check-ins. Let's get on to KI5DAY Alan to get the alternate question read. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY in the net. Man, let's see, I'm too loud, I'm too quiet, and I have an annoying chicken. But outside of that, all is pretty good. Hi. But that's a good question there, Eric. That's interesting. I have my guess on that. I'll give it here in a little bit, but that's a fascinating one. Any of those could really apply. That's pretty crazy. Anyways, I guess I do have an alternative trivia question here. I just got to find it. There it is. All right, give me a... I'll drop this, and then I will give the alternate trivia. Alrighty, here we go. Tonight's alternate trivia is, in the Battle of Waterloo in 1815, the French Imperial Army under the command of Napoleon Bonaparte was defeated by the 7th Coalition of a British force. This was an embarrassing defeat for Napoleon, but even more embarrassing was a battle where Napoleon and his troops were charged by a horde of which one of these? Was it A, warthogs, B, bunnies, C, fox, or D, children of the Cornwaldo beans? I'll put this in the blue screen, and I'll repeat it if necessary. KI5DAY, back to that.
All right, thank you, Alan, for another fine alternate trivia. Let's go down to our first check-in. KFAG, Brian. And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Oh, now, come on, man. You just came in on a brand new Mayhem commercial. Oh, your timing sucks. Oh, DAY, your audio was much better that time. First time you transmitted, I couldn't hear you at all. That was better. As far as the trivia, I'm going to go with my usual answer, 42 Cornwaldo beans. But, that's about it. Oh, I don't watch a heck of a lot of broadcast TV. I got the Monday Night Football game on because I was having trouble with Spectrum upstairs, and I
finally deleted it off my TV and reloaded it, and now it's working again. It hasn't worked for quite some time, so. But it's amazing. You watch these commercials about game shows, and I guess that's the reason I don't watch broadcast TV. These questions are just brainless. Wow. Anyway, enough of my soapbox. I hate broadcast TV. You know, right now, you'll probably laugh, but I'm watching. I guess you could say binging old versions of The Saint from 1965-ish. I'm really enjoying it. Those shows are very thought-provoking, and so leave you guessing to the last minute. So that's what I enjoy. Something with some brains to it. I guess with that, I'll turn it back to the net. Good evening, everyone, and a couple of you guys that checked in on 6 meters. Thank you. KFHE.
All right, well, thank you, Brian. Let's see, we have your answer down as 42 corn Waldo beans. Yeah, I don't watch broadcast TV anymore. I got rid of that a long time ago. As luck would have it, that Mayhem commercial is probably going to come back on here in about 30 seconds anyway. And, yeah, as far as watching old shows, I'm watching MASH again. I don't know how many times I've watched that series over the years, but I love it. I'm going to keep watching it. I like to laugh every time I watch the same episodes. And, yeah, the new stuff, I don't know, a lot of it doesn't really appeal to me, but some of the older stuff does. So I guess I get what you're going with there. All right, our next three stations here are in and out. That's N8YMY, K5CFY, and WB4AIZ, which takes us down to KC0LRM. Kelly, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Oh, hey, thanks for y'all getting me in there. Not a lot going on this evening. Just trying to relax a little bit and listen to the radio here. Kind of get ready for some college football come Saturday. I'm just trying to figure out which medium I want to use to watch college football, since you never know, they keep changing it every year. So I know most of it will be ESPN. I just got to find out who's got the best deal. So but let me give my trivia answers before I forget. I really don't have a clue, so I'm going to go C and D. So that's what I'm sticking with there. Hope everybody out there is having a good day, and it's not too hot where you're at. And Alan, everything will be okay. All right. All right. And I can't believe Alan's in front of me. That's okay now. All right, back to you. Everybody have a good evening.
All right, thank you, Kelly. We have your answers down there for Charlie and Delta. Next, we have W3ETB Eddie. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Hi, Nick. Well, actually, we had a little bit of a storm here went by. It was a quick one, and we got some rain out of it, which is pretty good because that helps with plants. My basil and my monster beans that are taking over the backyard. And I think I had told you about that once before. And you said that there was something growing in your yard or something taking over your yard. But anyway, the beans are all got blooms on them, and they got little beans coming up. So not corn Waldo beans, but little pinto beans, I guess. And the temperature right now is 74 degrees. I think I might have said that already. Anyway, the mind is a terrible thing to lose. Anyway, as far as the trivia questions, I was going to say something cute like apple and apple, but we'll go with Bravo. Well, no, we won't go with Bravo. We'll go with Alpha and Alpha. How's that? Alpha and Alpha. Anyway, back to you.
W8WKY.
All right, thank you, Eddie. We have your answers down there for Alpha and Alpha. Next, we have KF5ADE. Nick. Nickelodeon from Civila, actually calling as an 8 tonight. How you doing, sir? Hey, are you going to make it to the club meeting this weekend, or this Thursday? I'm just curious. Asking for a friend.
Good evening, all. This is KF5ADE Nickelodeon. And, I haven't quite worked out the logistics. It is this coming Thursday. I haven't worked out the logistics yet with my host yet because I would probably be needing a night driver, or I haven't even worked out the logistics. If they can't, and I could still do it. If I could catch a ride with somebody, if somebody would be willing to have to come out here to that might be out here close to Suffield and be able to pick me up and then bring me back would be the thing to do one way or the other. So haven't quite worked out any logistics yet. I just got the radio, oddly enough, working today. Been trying to play with programming it, and I guess I kept putting in the wrong tone, not the tone itself, but the coding for the tone to this little Bofang of mine. But I got it fixed now, so it's working. And I'll get to work on the logistics of that idea one way or the other for this week. Before I do go too far and get timed out, let me get my trivia answers in there, or let me let this thing just drop for a second or two. This is KF5ADE. Okay, KF5ADE turn. Let's see. My main answer is going to be D for Delta, and the alternate will be B for bunnies or Baker. I think bunnies somehow play a factor in that. I'm guessing. Knowing it's a French thing, so and knowing British history as well. Nonetheless, that's where my brain was going. So, things to think about. And I guess I'll go ahead and return it back to you, Eric. Thanks for asking about the club meeting this coming up Thursday. KF5AD, returning back to net control.
All right. Well, thank you, Nick. Got your answer down there for Delta and Bravo. And I'll tell you what, I'm probably not very far from where you are. I don't think at all. So if you want to email me, my email address is November, first initial, my first name, last name, Kinney, the number 1 at gmail.com. And I think you can use my call sign too. It'll probably still show up on my phone. I don't really pay a lot of attention to that, but I think it shows up. Anyway. I can probably get you a ride, or we can figure something out. So, yeah, that's how I can go. If you want to go to the meeting and you need a ride, let me know. And that's it. So let's go see if your better half is around. KG5 SYC, Miss Sandy. How you doing, man? Oh, wait, before I go down to Sandy, I need to identify. This is K8QKO and the WWKY repeater. 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL total of 114 Mark 8. Now we're going to talk to KG5 SYC Miss Sandy. How you doing, ma'am? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
This is KG5 SYC, and hello, Nick. I know my better half thought you were Eric, and Eric was the first show, and so we'll go ahead and let him know that you're Nick at night. And not Eric, for one, and that way, I think he was trying to come back to you you probably didn't have a pencil or nothing to write anything down. So when I get done with mine, you can go back to my better half, or my other half, whichever, and see what he was wanting. But, we're doing well. Everything's going well here. We've got the foundation guys coming in tomorrow and we get all level and plumb, and then I can sit there and get things all settled with them, and then we call in the roofers to come and give us a new roof, and then I can settle the moolah with them, and then we'll be foundation and roofing savvy, and hopefully that'll carry us through for the rest of our lives, at any rate, or until we get ready to sell the house or whatever. At any rate, trivia. I only heard part of it because the Echolink is really being kind of a staticky. I went ahead and went off because I couldn't understand Alan at all, so I went ahead and went off of the Doylestown and went into the Claremore. It was a little better, but only heard of half of Alan. So, but we're going to go with Bravo Bravo for mine. Bravo for the first one and Bravo for the second one. And there you go. This is KG5SYC. Texas. We're clear?
All right, copy that, man. We got you down for Bravo and Bravo. Yeah, I feel that. I know that pain on the roof. I had one done last year, and it was painful. But at least you get it done. Hopefully it'll last the rest of your life, and you don't have to worry about it again. That'll be great. And like you said, I'll go back up and talk to KF5ADE Nickelodeon and see what he has for me. So let's go back up to KF5ADE KEQKO.
This is KF5ADE. I'm sorry, Nick. It's a good thing I have her taking care of me most of the time because I'm a real mess when it comes to things, and she's absolutely right. I was just fumbling with my phone so I could get at least this is what I have so far. nick@night1@gmail.com, and I know that's completely incorrect, but if nothing else, I could always go ahead and give Sandy a holler back and get the right call sign at gmail.com, because it's kind of like my call sign. My call sign at gmail.com as well, kf5ade@gmail.com, gets it into my email as well, so that's pretty easy. It works out well for my memory. Back to you, Nick.
All right, Nick. Yeah, I think mine shows up on my phone. I know it sometimes does, sometimes maybe doesn't. That's why I gave you my normal email address, which is November Kilo India November Echo Yankee the number 1 at gmail.com. Worst case, you can always use Kilo Echo 8 Quebec Kilo Oscar at gmail.com. And knowing that, I'll be sure to make sure I at least check it periodically. But yeah, if you need a ride, I'm sure we can swing something. I got to pick my son up from soccer at about 3:45 on Thursday, so I won't make it and I have to work a little bit after that, so I won't make it to the Mexican dinner, but I'll definitely make it to the meeting. So yeah, shoot me an email, and we can sort that out. All right, so next we're going to go down and talk to KI5TAQ, Taco Tim from Bofang, Oklahoma. How you doing, Tim? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Well, good evening there, Nick at Night, and to everybody on the net. This is KI5TAQ. Let me get the questions out of the way first. The main trivia. I think I'm going to go with Delta. And for the Allen trivia, the alternate trivia, it's a toss-up between bunnies and fox. Maybe a warthog. I think I'm going to go with warthogs. And we'll go from there. And yeah, I call my wife the better half, and she just calls me the other half. Oh, that's how things go. But other than that, I'm just sitting here resting, relaxing, and our little doggy that Alan calls the devil dog is right now, shall we say, he's kind of plugged into his little charger so he can be charged up for the night, if not for tomorrow. But with that, I'll send it back to Net Control. This is KI5TAQ.
All right, copy that, Tim. Can you do me a favor? Can you come back with your answers phonetically? I forgot to announce that after Alan read his question, even though Eric kind of asked me to. But can you come back with your answers phonetically, please?
Sure. I'll come back with the answer. The main trivia answer is Delta. D as in Delta. And, of course, Alan's alternate question is A as in Alpha. And how's that?
Copy that, sir. Thank you very much. We have your answers down there for Delta and Alpha. This is KE8QKO on the WAWKY repeater 147 Mark 390, positive also with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And please, for the sake of my logger, who does a great job keeping track of everything, can you please answer your questions phonetically? It makes it a lot easier for him so he can make sure they're in the logs correctly. Next, we're going to go on and talk to KE8QFT, Uncle Fred. How you doing, sir? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Well, I'm going to say the answer to the trivia questions are Charlie and Alpha. Charlie and Alpha. You know, that's interesting. The main question, you know. Wow. You know, I never... I guess if something happened where the motherland got blown away, man, that's interesting, you know. How do you get the information out there to them guys? Yeah. Wow. Just interesting, that's all. Unfortunately, I lost a friend to cancer yesterday, one of my bowling group. Older guy, Vietnam vet. But hey, it's going to happen to all of us sooner or later. And what else? The Guardians were losers again today for the third time in a row. So, I don't know. It might be too early to be planning on that pennant watch party. KE8QFT, back to net control. And also, I'd like to say one other thing. As Ted Baxter would say, good night and good news. KE8QFT, back to net control.
All right. Thank you, Fred. Got your answers down there for Charlie and Alpha. I'm sorry to hear about your friend, but you're right. It happens to all of us sooner or later. That's just the way life goes. Hope you're doing well after that. Let's see here. Next, we have a big old clump of stations here that are in and out, so I'm going to run through that list real quick. That's KB5EDB, KE8MNT, K5KBD, KJ5KLK, WA8KOC, and KC3QND, which takes us down to KF8ETU. Adam, how you doing, Adam? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Yes, good evening, KF8ETU. I'm going to guess Bravo, Charlie.
All right, thank you, Adam. I'm going to make an educated guess based off of the fact I have not heard you on the repeater before, or on the net, and the signal and your location that you might be coming in with a Bofang. Not knocking it, my first radio as well, but for whatever, you were not coming in very clear. It was very staticky and not very strong. Maybe reposition. I know when I first got into the net, I had to go outside to get on and connect to the repeater, things like that. And then it was a lot worse when the leaves were on the trees than when they weren't. However, I did catch your trivia answers as Bravo and Charlie. So I would say thanks for checking in. You're welcome back anytime. Play around with location a little bit. with the radio you've got, and maybe you get it a little bit stronger based off of wherever you're transmitting from. So thank you, Adam. Answers were Bravo and Charlie. The next three stations we have are in and out. That's AM5JB, KJ5FLL, and N8YQL, which takes us down to KC8FQV Mark. How you doing, Mark? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight? Kilo, Charlie 8, Foxtrot, Quebec, Victor. Mark, are you out there, and do you have comments for the Beacon Net?
Alright, KCFQV. Yeah, I'm going to say Bravo and Bravo, or BB. And, yeah, you know, don't forget, well, you can't forget them big yellow boxes going down the road, or buses. Yeah, you'll see these big yellow things in front of you, behind you, maybe past you. Yeah, they're out there again. So, yeah, you'll have to adjust accordingly, because the kids are working their way back to school. I like that song, I'm finding my way back home, or whatever. Yeah, they're finding their way back to the schoolhouse. So they're happening over the next week or two. They'll all eventually be back at school. And, you know, I seen a joke that came. Why don't chefs share their secrets? Because the potato has eyes, and the ear, and the corn has ears. So we'll send it back to net, KC8FQV.
All right, thank you, Mark. Guys, for answers down there for Bravo and Bravo. Yeah, those big yellow things are out there. Not a lot of love, but yeah, memories. Anyway, our next station we have here is KI5 PFV. Philip, how you doing, Philip? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KI5 PFV. I was just hanging out, scanning the channels, and I heard the Beacon Net come up earlier. I thought I'd throw a call in there.
All right, copy that, sir. Did you happen to catch our trivia questions and want to answer them?
At the time you were fixing to ask the questions, my phone rang. So I didn't hear the question, so I can't give you an answer.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I was actually going to call for the questions to be reread right after I talked to you anyway. So I'm going to have those questions reread. I have two of them, mind you. They're going to be reread, and then I'll come back to you and see if you want to answer them. So let's start with K8VZA, Eric, to get the primary question read for us again. Eric, take it away.
W8WKY.
KE8QKO in the group, KE8VZA here with a reread of main trivia. Listen carefully. What is one check that British nuclear missile submarines use to determine whether the British government is still functioning? Choices are Alpha, text messages sent every 4 hours. Bravo, the Today Show still being broadcast daily on BBC Radio 4. Charlie, the image of the front page of the London Times is sent via satellite. Or Delta, they view a live feed of London rush hour traffic. I just posted this in the blue screen again. KE8VZA back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. I really hope you'll tell us what happens if they think that the British government is no longer there. But we'll see what happens when you read the answer. KI5DAY Allen, would you read the alternate trivia, please?
KI5DAY in the net. Yeah, here's tonight's alternate trivia question. The Battle of Waterloo in 1815, the French Imperial Army under the command of Napoleon Bonaparte was defeated by the 7th Coalition of a British force. This was an embarrassing defeat for Napoleon, but even more embarrassing was a battle where Napoleon and his troops were charged by a horde of which one of these? Was it A, warthogs, B, bunnies, C, fox, or D, children of the Cornwall Dolbeans? KI5DAY, back to net.
All right. Thank you, Alan. I appreciate the alternate question there. This is K8QKO on the WWKY repeater 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL Tono 114 Mark 8. And we're going to go back and talk to KI5 PFV Philip and see if he wants to answer our trivia. Philip, take it away.
KI5 PFV. My answers will be Charlie and Bravo.
All right, copy of that, sir. We got your answers down there for Charlie and Bravo, and thanks for checking in. Just a reminder that BeaconNet meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the WWKR repeater, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink W8WKY-R. Come back and join us again anytime. Next we have KE8ZZR, Harry. How you doing, Harry? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
KE8QKO, this is KE8ZZR. Good evening, everyone on the net. Not too much happening here. Took the trip over to the Warren Ham Fest today, this morning. It was very nice. It's nice to see some of the Sarah people there. And congratulations to KD8JJF for winning the grand prize. So I'll leave it at that. Other than that, that's about it. So I'll let you get down the list here, and I'll turn it back to you. This is KE8ZZR Claire.
All right. Well, thank you, Harry. Yeah, it's too bad I missed that today. Unfortunately, we had a Boy Scout camp out this weekend. It was hot yesterday. It was hot. That was not pleasant at all. I kind of just sat there all day and made sure nobody came home or got sick or needed any sort of health issues. Didn't even cook dinner last night. I came home with a bag full of marinated pork chops I had to put on the smoker today because it was too dang hot to cook them. Anyway, that was my weekend, so yeah, I think I would prefer the Ham Fest. However, the kids all got up really early today and made it out in record time, so I got home at a decent hour. Thanks for checking in there, Harry. Appreciate it. Next station we have is in and out. That's N5AQM, and that's going to take us down to KJ5CLB. Robert. How you doing, Robert? What do you have for the BeaconNet tonight? Actually, Bobby. Kilo, Juliet 5, Charlie, Lima, Victor, Bobby, you're out there, and do you have comments for the BeaconNet? All right, nothing heard there. Let's go back up and I want to double check with K8ZZR and get his trivia answers again. I think he said them, but I don't think I paid a lot of attention. They weren't, and looks like Eric missed them. Harry, can you give us your trivia answers again? All right, nothing heard. Maybe Harry had to step away as well. So let's go down and talk to KF8ERZ. See how he. Terry, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight? Kilo, Foxtrot 8, Echo Romeo Zulu. Terry, are you out there? And do you have comments for the Beacon Net? All right, nothing heard there. Let's go down and talk to KA8LYJ. Bob, how you doing, sir? What do you have for the net tonight?
KA8QKO, KA8LYJ. Good evening, Nick. Good evening, Net. Tonight, this afternoon, had the 50th anniversary of the Magic City Kiwanis at a local brew pub. That was fun. And I really should have been in and out tonight because I've got to get up stupid early and go to a long day at the VA. So I'm probably going to hate myself in the morning, but I had to stick around for trivia. Speaking of which, we're going to go Decibel, Delta Bravo. And that ought to do it. KA8LYJ.
All right. Well, thank you, Bob. Hey, did I catch your trivia answers, or I got a text to say, oh, Delta and Bravo, we got them in there. So thank you, sir, and thanks for checking in. Next, we have KJ5MNJ. Mark, how you doing, Mark? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight? All right, thank you, Mark. You were very staticky there. I didn't catch a lot of what you said, but I was able to get your answers as Delta and Alpha. So thanks for checking in there, and I appreciate it. Next, we have KI5 RFI Mac. How you doing, Mac? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
W8WKY.
This is KI RFI. Good evening, everybody on the net tonight. I hope you can hear me. Echolink is terrible tonight. For the trivia questions, I'm going to go with Charlie and Alpha. Charlie and Alpha. And back to net control.
All right, thank you, Mac. Yeah, you're coming in pretty good for us. So we got your answers down there for Charlie and Alpha. And this, so next we're going to go down and talk to KE9CQD Tim. How you doing, Tim? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Well, good evening, Beacon Netters. Enjoying my evening tonight. Just got off a call with a few friends. We're all kind of spread around the country. A couple of them live in Missouri, one's in Alabama, one's in Kansas, and but we get together and talk a couple times a month. and planning a camping trip for next month, which should be exciting. Enjoyed a fun day today with the family and kids. Went to church and lunch and played outside, did a bunch of fun stuff. But now winding down and enjoying the BeaconNet and firing up the PlayStation to play some video games and take my mind off things for a bit. And yeah, that's about it. But fun listening in. Thanks for checking me in. Trivia tonight. Trivia. I think for my main, I'm going to go with Charlie. C, Charlie. And for the alternate, I'll go with A, Alpha. Shots in the dark. Let's see how they pan out. But thanks for running the net. Great as always. Already can't wait for Wednesday. And I'll turn it back over to Net Control, KE9CQB.
All right, thank you, Tim. Got your answer down there for Charlie and Alpha. And sounds like you had a pretty good weekend. So thanks for checking in there. This is K8QKO on the WWKY repeater 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And we are ready for more check-ins. If you would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo Juliet 5, KJ5, ATA, Guy from Georgetown, Texas, KJ5, ATA.
This is Kilo 6, Kilo Juliet Victor. Kilo 6, Kilo Juliet Victor. Kevin in Valley Springs, California, with an in and out, double deltas. Repeating, double deltas. God bless and 73, everyone.
All right, I've got KJ5 ATA Guy checking in there, and I've got Cases KJV Rev Kev checking in with double D's. Is there anyone else that would like to check into the BeaconNet? Please call now.
This is Kilo 3 Mike Bravo Charlie. Kilo 3 Mike Bravo Charlie. Mark in Pasadena, Texas.
All right, I've got K3MBC. Anyone else that wants to check in, please call now. All right, let's go back up and talk to KJ5 ATA Guy. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
Yes, hello, BeaconNet. This is KJ5 ATA Guy from Georgetown, Texas. Yeah, tonight's trivia. I'm going to go with Alpha and Alpha, two alphas, AA. Don't know why, don't know what for, but that's my take on those questions. Yeah, just got done watching the High Plains Drifter on the TV here. What a good show, man! I'm telling you, Clint Eastwood always cleans up everything. It's always good. Having a Klondike bar as we speak, and that's a good thing too. Can't get much better than that. So, yeah, it's been a pretty good day. Good Sunday. Went to church. Milling around the house. My son is here teaching me about a bunch of computer technical things. I've had a lot of things that question me. Windows and Drive 1 or OneDrive. I don't know what all that stuff is. But anyways, he's been helping me with that. And so it's all good. Anyways, I'm not going to bore you too much. So, yeah, this is KJ5ATA guy from Georgetown, Texas. And we're going to throw it back to network control right now. So, okay, Nick, you got it. You bet. Bye-bye.
All right. Well, thank you, Guy. We got your answers down there for Alpha and Alpha, and thanks for checking in there. Next, like I said, we had K6KJD RevKev with double Ds. And now we're going to get on to K3MBC. Mark, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
Well, good evening. Just winding down a long day here in Texas. Trivia answers are B, Bravo for the main question, and the second is a third guess, and that's Alpha. And that's about it. Back to net control.
All right, thank you, Mark. Got your answers down there for Bravo and Alpha. Okay, back in the list here. Would anyone else like to check into the BeaconNet? Please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. All right, nothing heard there. Let's talk to our net control team. We're going to start with KE8 VCA. Eric, how you doing, sir? What do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
KE8QKO in the group, KE8VZA here. Let's see. Trivia, I'm going to abstain from the main trivia, of course, and I'm going to answer Bravo for the alternate trivia. I could just picture bunnies running at them. That would be pretty funny. Anyway, went to the Warren Ham Fest today. I got there, I don't know, 40, and missed a few people, but got to see a few other people. So got to see Lane win the grand prize, and got to see Mark from Middlefield win the 50-50 raffle, so that was pretty cool. I didn't win anything, but I did eat one of those world-famous chili cheese dogs, and it was very good. But anyway, that's about all I have. It's been a good weekend, relaxing weekend before I jump back into the fray tomorrow morning. Anyway, that's about all I have. Everybody have a good rest of the week, and you'll hear me again when it comes back to me for the trivia answer. Anyway, KE8VCA back to net control.
W8WKY.
All right, well, thank you, Eric. Thank you for all you do for the BeaconNet on Sunday nights. Next station is KD8 EPC Dustin, who's in and out, and that takes us down to KD8 SLG Just Nick. How you doing, sir? What do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
KE8QKO, this is KD8 SLG. Good evening, Nick at Night, and all the Beacon Netizens. So good to be here. Let's start with trivia. I'm going to go with Bravo and Alpha. We'll do that. Bravo and Alpha. The fun never ends. Had a great time at the Warren Ham Fest this morning. It was quite a drive. Had to get up early to get out there. Ron did most of the driving. Got the vice presidential big red truck limousine treatment, so that was cool. It's first Hamfest I think I've made to this year because of all the Echolink at the beginning of the year. So glad to get out there and see some folks today. It was a good time. It was hot, but not stupid hot. Well, it was close. I got Club Net this week, so see y'all tomorrow night. That would be awesome. And Boredom Breaker Net on Wednesday afternoon. Dustin's got someplace better to be, so I'll be doing that. And that's always a good time. So stop in and represent Ohio. Then we got club meeting on Thursday, so going to be a busy radio week. Good to hear you tonight, man. Everybody else, too. 7-3 all y'all. This is KD8SLG. Back to net control.
All right, well, thank you, Nick. Glad you had a chance to get out this weekend and shake some babies and kiss some hands. And thanks, Ron, for driving you all that way out to Warren. You said he drove most of the way. I'm guessing he drove all the way. Just tossing that one out there. But, yeah, sadly, I wanted to make it, but unfortunately I couldn't. It kind of bugs me that I couldn't because I wanted to. But life just gets in the way. It's like that next weekend, too. I've got like 3 things playing next weekend and only time for one of them. And that's how life goes. Anyway, we have your answers down for Bravo and Alpha. And next station we have, before I go to the next station, this is K8QKO and the W8WKY repeater 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And we're going to talk to W8HRF Mr. Lucy. And replying to his comments and the pre-show, yes, Josh, I have seen the C-17 land, not seen it take off. I just sent you pictures of that. I know we were chatting, but I know you said you were going to bring that up. So I did get to see it last year. I was at the baseball fields at the end of the runway and watching the thing come in. It was super low and super cool. Anyway, with that, I'll pass it off to you, sir. K8QKO.
K8QKO, W8HRF. Good evening, Nick and Nite. Those were very cool pictures that you sent. That was awesome. I tried to get pictures as it was flying overhead while racing outside, while grabbing Betty so that she could see, and I got the tail end just as it was getting behind a tree. So, but that's okay. It was very cool. It was a very cool experience. So. What else is going on? Yeah, Warren Hamfest went well. We went out there, talked to a whole lot of people. That was great. Nice to meet a whole bunch of folks and see a bunch of familiar faces. What else? I can't think of anything. My brain's gone blank. Went to church afterwards. That was cool. Man, it's been... I don't know how long it's been since I've been in a church with air conditioning. So we were cold. Our church is 100 and something years old, so there's no air conditioning in there. So we dressed light, and so we were a little chilly. But Will was good in church, which was good. And what else? I guess that's everything. Oh, it was a lot of fun to run the Boredom Breaker Net yesterday, so that was cool, and got to check in today. So let me let this drop real quick. Yeah, it'll be a good, another fun ham radio week this week. I think I'm doing the Beacon Net main show this Wednesday, I think is the plan. That's what I've penciled in here. So that'll be fun. And so stop by for that. And Betty definitely won't be, she won't be playing with a rubber chicken in the background. She's definitely not. So, anyways, I'm going to get off the air before I get in trouble. K8QKO, W8HRF, 7-3 all.
All right, well, thank you, Josh. Let's see, where do I back there? Yeah, ACO Church. Yeah, I guess that was pretty good. Probably felt good, too. Yeah, getting her off the plane. We planned our trip to go see the plane, so I thought that's where I got the pictures. Is I was making up and down trips up and down Hillbush, cause I'm about a mile away, in between meetings, taking my son down there, and we got there at just the right time. And then afterwards, we ran over to Dairy Queen and got lunch. And while we were in the drive-thru at Dairy Queen getting our lunch, I saw A-10s flying around. So we ran back down to the baseball fields, for the C-17 that landed, parked, got out, and actually got to see some A-10s landing at the airport too. So actually, last year was a really good year for catching airplanes landing. Yeah, so there's that. And as far as Betty with the rubber chicken, I mean, you can't control what kids do in the background. I know it's not really permitted, but she can't get her license taken away, and you can't really predict what a child is going to do because, you know, they're children. Tossing that out there for whatever it's worth. Anyway, thanks, Josh. Appreciate you checking in there. I believe your better half, Miss Lucy, KYUK, was in and out originally, so let's call out to her. She's not in there, is in and out now. So KYUK, K8QKO, are you out there, and do you have comments for the net?
K8QKO, K8YUK, nobody here but his chickens. I mean, sorry, Josh. I was going to go to bed, and Will woke up. So I got him fed, and then he spit up all over me. And then he fell asleep, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to finish my newsletter. So I actually did. I think the quality is slipping, which is unfortunate. However, I'm slipping, so people just need to deal with it. I'm just grateful that I have people who enjoy reading it. I really, genuinely foisted this upon, good grief, at least 10 of my friends. And then I was like, well, wait a minute. I'm spending days writing this up. I'm buying postage. I'm printing it up, so ink and paper, and then I'm sending it to people who might not actually like it. So, you know what? You people need to tell me if you like it or not. And they actually had some good feedback. So right now I've got 17 people on the list for normal editions, and then I make a large print edition for my grandma, and she gushes about it, which is what grandmas do. But it always makes me very glad that I do it. I'm glad she enjoys it. I have no idea what the trivia is. I really have not been paying attention, so I'm going to say double D's. Pretty much that. Have a good night, everybody. Hopefully, sweet dreams. I won't say what's in the sweet dreams because tonight has been tense, and I want actually good dreams. So I'm going to say, have good dreams. Good night. Catch you down the log. KAYK, KAQKO. God bless everybody.
All right. Well, thank you, Lucy. You got your answer down there for double D's. And maybe you could always take your little newsletter and turn it into like a YouTube videos and just record yourself, or maybe a podcast or something, and maybe you hit it big. You never know. Give it a shot. Anyway, thanks for checking in there, Lucy. We appreciate it. I do have a recheck request from Katie SLG, but before I go to Just Nick for his recheck, I'm going to go talk to KI5 DIY Alan to see what he has for the net. So, Alan, take it away.
W8WKY.
KI5DAY in the net. Yeah, I'll keep it short and sweet like a troll under the bridge. Hi. My regular trivia is going to be D. I'm trying to think that what is. Oh, man, I got the hiccups. Please, revenge. Yeah, I think D. Going for it. I can't remember now off the top of my head what it is, but that's okay. I sometimes forget where I am at times and what I'm doing there, so it's no big deal. Great net as always, a lot of fun, and I don't think I have anything else, so it's cracking me up there, Lucy, funny stuff. But yeah, I didn't catch half of what you said. It was, you can talk fast, confused or confused. But back to you guys, KI5DAY. Oh, my trivia answer, Eric, was for yours was D, Delta. KI5DAY, back to net. Okay.
All right, thank you, Alan. Got your answer down there for Delta for the primary question. Let's go back up to Nick, KD8 SLG, and see what he has for his recheck. So, Nick, take it away.
KEQKO, this is KD8 SLG. Thanks, Nick. I just wanted to, I forgot I wanted to talk about that site show that happened on Wednesday night. sometimes I'm sure some of you who get into NetLogger will look and see that the 6 or 7 of us that are the net control team, as I'm air quoting here, and wonder why. What happened Wednesday night is one of those reasons why. With that Pi crashing, not even crashing, just burning out and dying at the repeater site as far as I could tell. It was just really good that there were more of us here to deal with that and keep the show going on in 2 places at the same time for a while, and somebody to make phone calls and somebody else to keep talking on the radio and yada, yada, yada. So that's why we do that. And also just want to acknowledge how great it is that Jason, NADI, already had a Raspberry Pi 5 set up to replace that one, I believe, and was able to get out to the site the next day and get us up and running before this weekend. So, actually before Friday. So many thanks to Jason, and thanks to everybody for their patience and a little explanation of what happened and how we're all here to handle it. So, fine business, everyone. Thanks, Nick. KD8SLG. Back to net control.
All right. Well, thank you, Nick. And yeah, as part of the net control team, I was really happy to have no responsibilities that night whatsoever, because it was not a great one for those on duty. Anyway, thanks for all your work you do and Dustin did to keep that going, and I appreciate it. This is KEQKO on the WWQR repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive off of the PL tunnel 114 Mark 8. Oh, and also, thank you for Jason, because that guy puts in a ton of work to keep this repeater going, and we all really, really appreciate Jason and his diligence and the effort he puts in to make sure that we have a great repeater and some great digital connections and all the things that he does. So, yeah, NADI, thank you, sir. Okay. My trivia answers are going to be Bravo and Charlie. I think I already mentioned I had a nice little fun camp out in the heat this weekend, and that's really about it. Did some shopping today. Pretty standard for a weekend aside from that. Yeah. And I'm back at the bottom of the list here. So anyone who would like to check into BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. All right, I heard somebody key up, and I keyed up at the same time, so just in case, I'm going to do one more call for check-ins. If you want to check into the BeaconNet, please call now. All right, nothing heard there. Let's get our trivia answers. K8VZA, Eric, would you read the answer to the primary question, sir?
KE8QKO in the group, KE8VZA here. So, what is the one check that British nuclear missile submarines use to determine whether the British government is still functioning or not? Actually, it is Bravo, the Today Show on BBC4 radio. They check and make sure it's still broadcasting every morning. So the Today Show has been broadcast at around breakfast time since 1958 and is the highest profile news program in British media. Lord Peter Hennessy, a history professor who joined the UK's House of Lords in 2010, said that if it can't be heard for 3 days in a row, that it could signify Britain's demise and trigger the Doomsday Protocol, which would likely result in the sub firing British missiles at other targets as specified in their final orders. So there you have it, the Today radio show in Britain on BBC4 radio. So KE8VZA, I'll put this in the blue screen. Back to you, Nick.
All right. right. Well, thank you, sir. Let's hope that today's show doesn't go off the air for any reason, because that would really suck. All right. Thanks for all you do there, Eric, and I appreciate it. Let's go down and talk to KF5DAY Alan to get the answer for the alternate question. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY Net with tonight's answer for the alternate trivia question. In the Battle of Waterloo in 1815, French Imperial Army under the command of Napoleon Bonaparte was defeated by the 7th Coalition of a British force. This was an embarrassing defeat for Napoleon, but more embarrassing was the little battle that him and his troops had when they were charged by a horde of which one of these? Well, the obvious answer would seem like it would be those nasty, meano, disgusting warthogs, because them things, if you ever run into one, don't screw around with it. I can tell you, they will hurt you. But the answer is actually bunnies. And the reason why is because after Waterloo, there was a time where Napoleon and his men had gone out, and his chief of staff had set it up. They rounded up about 3,000 rabbits for an occasion. When the rabbits were going to be released from their cages, there was going to be a hunt, but it didn't go as planned, and the bunnies charged toward Napoleon and his men. It caused a lot of confusion and fear because the rabbits went bananas, apparently, and so it didn't work out as planned. So yeah, Napoleon was having a bad day. He did at Waterloo. So with that, KI5DAY back to that.
All right, well, thank you, Alan. I thought for sure it was going to be foxes and not bunnies. I'm like thinking, an army should be able to take out a horde of bunnies. But I guess not. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you for the alternate trivia. We appreciate it. This is K8QKO on the WAWKR repeater 147 Mark 390 positive, also with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. We're going to do one more round, and I say again, one more round of check-ins or rechecks. If you'd like to check in or recheck to the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
KF5 ADE Kilo Foxtrot 5 Alpha Delta Echo for recheck.
KF5 ADE Nickelodeon, go with your recheck.
Responding to your requests.
I'm going to take it right there.
W8WKY.
All right, I'm going to take it right there. I have 3 calls. I have KF5 ADE Nickelodeon with a recheck. I had another station that I doubled with, and I did not catch your call sign. And I had another station after that that was super quiet, and I couldn't hear hardly anything you were saying. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to ignore KF5 ADE. Nick, you stand by. I'll get to you with your recheck. The station that I doubled with that was not super quiet, please come back with your call sign now. Okay, that last station, Oscar something Oscar, you were the one that was super quiet. So please stand by. There was another station after KF5 ADE that I doubled with. That station, please come back.
Yes, network control. I didn't hear the responses to the trivia questions. This is KJ5ATA, Kilo Juliet 5 Alpha Tango Alpha. I did not hear the responses I didn't hear if it was, I think it was Delta, but I didn't hear the second one. I just want to see if I'm correct or not, that's all. Anyways, this is KJ5ATA, back to network.
All right, copy that, guy. I got you on there. I'll get to you in just a minute. I'm going to try to work this super quiet station. It sounds like they're coming in on the 700 from Elyria, and it's very, very quiet. So I'm going to turn my radio up as loud as I can. And that quiet station that I mentioned, please come back with your call sign and try to talk as loud as you can. The Oscar something Oscar station. Please come back and speak loudly, please. All right, we got that. There's some teamwork there. I think we got you in there. Is Victor Echo 3, Oscar Uniform Oscar. Is that correct? All right, copy that, sir. We got you. I think you're coming in from Canada through our 700 station in Elyria, and that might be why it's so quiet, because of propagation and distance. So, anyway, we got you in there. Victor Echo 3, Oscar Uniform Oscar. Chad, thanks for checking in there, Chad. We got you. I don't know if we'll really get much out of a comment from you, but we'll call for you here in a couple of moments once I have all this sorted out. We're going to go up and talk to KF5ADE Nickelodeon and see what his recheck is for the net. Nickelodeon, take it away.
This is KF5ADE Kilo Foxtrot 5, Alpha Delta Echo. Nickelodeon. It was really going to be a quick comment to Alan. I was curious if he had that reference about the bunnies. For me, I remember it being in Mighty Pythons, or Monty Pythons, British satire group. That's where I remember about the rabbits, and that's why I knew that that would probably be the correct answer about the bunnies in Napoleon's thing, because the Brits have always been jabbing and stabbing at the French all along. So there you go. That was my only comment. I was just kind of curious if Alan could come back. If he doesn't, that's fine. Otherwise, I can wait for a little bit after the party. We'll let it finish. Thanks, Nick, so much, and I'm sorry for my foul up of my brain, because it is what it is. KF5AD, back to net control.
All right. Well, thank you, Nick Wood. Thank you, Nick there. Thanks for checking in there. And thanks for the recheck. Oh, you know what? You mentioned earlier that you said your email address was kf5ade@gmail.com. So I just took the liberty of sending you an email address, or sending you an email as well, so you have my email address. Just in case our conversation earlier got lost somewhere. Anyway, that's where that's at, sir. Thanks for checking in. And, yeah. Welcome to Ohio. Next, we're going to go to KJ5ATA Guy. All right, Guy. The answers were Bravo and, let me double check here. I think Bravo, it was the rabbits, were the Napoleon answer. So Bravo, and I believe that was Bravo somewhere. I got to scroll up and find it. But rabbits was the correct answer. How do you copy?
Yeah, rabbits. Well, I don't know what letter that was. I mean, it was Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta. I can't tell you. I mean, because he didn't say. He didn't give me the phonetic answer to it, so I'm totally at a loss, so I feel like a failure. Anyways, and it's not the first time. It's no big deal. So anyways, Yeah, it's okay. It's all good. I just, next time when you give back the answers, please give back the answers phonetically and what they're supposed to be. So at least I can think about it. I might made the test with possibly a good grade. Anyways, that's enough of that. This is KJ5 ATA, back to network control.
Copy that, sir. Yeah, the answers were Bravo and Bravo. I think that's good feedback, is when we give the answers, we should give the answers phonetically as well. Since we also ask people to give us the answers phonetically, that kind of helps a little bit. But, the answers tonight were Bravo and Bravo. Next, we're going to go down and talk to Victor Echo 3, Oscar, Uniform Oscar. Chad, how are you doing, sir? And let's see if you're able to get in a little bit better to us and give us some comments. Take it away.
Victor Echo 3, Oscar, Uniform Alpha. That's Oscar, Uniform Oscar. Hey, Rudy. First time I hear this network, taking it all. So, that's
Copy that. Did you say Oscar Uniform Alpha? Did we get that wrong?
we got it correct. First time, Oscar Uniform Oscar. Out. The Oscar Uniform Alpha. Now, my name is very hard to pronounce. I know. So, I have heard you.
All right, I copy that, sir. We got Victor Echo 3, Oscar Uniform Alpha. Got that in there correct. That looks a lot better. So thanks for clarifying that for us. You're still coming in nice and quiet, but hey, you're making it across the lake, so they can't beat that. Thanks for checking in there, Horach, and we appreciate it. Back on the bottom of our list here. All right. So like I said, that was the one last check-in for the BeaconNet. So I'm going to close this thing down. On behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, K8VZA, K5DAY, K8SLG, W8HRF, K8YUK, K8EPC, and the late Larry the Rubber Chicken, I would like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us on the next edition of the BeaconNet, Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the W8WKY repeater, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink W8WKY-R. You are welcome to join us on the Barometer Net, also on the W8WKY repeater, every morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, except for Sundays. Don't forget to check out our friends on the Boredom Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to the BeaconNet. This is K8QKO, returning the repeater to normal and customary amateur radio use at this time, 73 all.
VE3OUA. This is KD8SLG. I'd like you to do me a favor, if you would please. Go into your Echolink settings and put in your proper call sign. ham is not something that should be in where your call sign is. So put your proper call sign in there, please, so we can identify you much easier. VE3OUA, this is KD8SLG. Thank you.
Sorry,
KD8 SLG clear.
We're going to just, I don't know if you've seen it. Is there a little more tweaking Jason still got to do with the pies, KSFQV?
This is KE8VZA here. For the record, I did give the main trivia answer, leading off with the phonetic Bravo. Just saying. KE8VZA. Have a good night.
Oh, KE8QKO, can we have any more drama tonight? Can we have any more?
Springer 19 for radio check. Break.
I, for one, like Larry. KA8LIJ.
KF5ADE on Echolink. I was wondering if Alan, and my brain has gone to a fart because I can't remember his call sign. But this is KF5ADE, Nick, looking for Alan out of Claremore, Oklahoma. Over.
Hey, Nick, it's KD8SLG. I think Alan disconnected as soon as the net was over. Seemed pretty tired. I don't see his note anymore. KD8SLG.
Thanks, Nick. Appreciate it very much. KF5AD will be clear with K8SLG, if I've got it somewhat halfway correct. I'm going to bed, sir. Y'all have a good one. We'll work on seeing if I can make it up there to the club meeting. I'm going to talk to my kids, and otherwise we'll work something else out. We've got a 4-day trip coming up on this coming weekend, so they've got quite a bit of coordination to do, too. Y'all have a good evening. Talk to you later. KF5AD73, y'all. Good night.